Raindrops, welcome to the first episode of Shit Chat. Okay, that is Ish Chat with Carlos King and Lisa Ray. Hey, Lisa Ray,
Hey, what's happening?
you look amazing.
You think so? I'm ready for bed, honey.
Ooh, are you ready to be in bed alone, or you got, a,
Look at you already. Look at you.
what?
Look at you. Because, honey, I got like a good hour for you. So whatever I'm doing, let's do this. And let me get to it. Okay.
all he needs is an hour, Lisa Ray.
I didn't say that. I didn't say any of that. See, you putting words in my mouth and you can't do that.
I don't want to put words in your mouth. I want to put other things in my mouth, but that's a whole nother. See, raindrops. This is what you're going to get with Lisa Ray and Carlos King. So let me tell y'all what Shit Chat is all about. It is a show where Lisa Ray and I are going to be talking about all the shits, okay? Relationships, love, sex, pop culture, any and everything under the sun. And as you all saw with our iconic interview that did over 1.4 million views, Lisa Ray, my Libra sister and I are here to give you guys the real talk of what's going on in the world. Right, Lisa Ray?
I love it. Just shooting the breeze, just having an opinion and talking about all things that are lifing. Because, honey, life is lifing. We are in the thick of everything.
No, we are in the thick of everything. And today's topic, raindrops. Wait, Lisa Ray, do you know about my raindrops?
I thought you was trying to sing a song like raindrops keep falling on your head, but what the heck is raindrops? Because rain, I want to be inside, and you saying it like it's something like, woo, what is raindrops?
No, so it's rain REIGN. Ooh.
You know what? That's why I'm doing this show with you, because you smart. You sexy. I like it. You know what I mean? Come on with the phrases, the catchphrases that I'm gonna steal. I like it. Come on, let's do this. Yeah, uh-huh.
Yes, yes. So my fan base, my supporters, I call them the raindrops, okay? Do you have a name for your fans?
Let me see. Let me see what they want to call themselves. No, I don't. I know that Nicki Minaj has the Barbs and
Mhm.
somebody got some monsters and uh
Lady Gaga has the monster.
okay, Lady Gaga had the monsters. You got the raindrops. Uh, uh I'm gonna come back to you with
Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have the raindrops. And obviously, a lot of Lisa Ray fans are here, obviously. So y'all let us know in the comments, what should Lisa Ray's fans be called? I have a few ideas. You know what I'm saying? The players club, the players. You
how
know.
about how about I don't know, stingrays,
Oh!
X-rays. You know what I mean?
I
Right?
love a thing, Ray, because let me tell you something, Lisa Ray, baby, you all you bite.
Rawr. I think that's good. I mean, you know how people have dogs and they don't bite. It's like they have teeth. They bite. You know what I mean? So I have teeth. So I guess, I bite too.
Yes, yes, yes,
We can
yes.
go with that. Okay.
Oh, yes. You are no bark and all bite. Let's be very clear. So, raindrops, the first thing we're going to get into today is the topic of the burden of Black women breadwinners. So, it was an Essence op-ed, Lisa Ray,
Mhm.
that was launched a few weeks ago, where the article truly did this interesting take on Black women being the breadwinners in their relationships and how it always seems to not work out in their favor. They tailored the op ed around what's going on with Candy Burris and Todd Tucker. As you may know, Lisa Ray, Candy Burris filed for divorce from Todd. They were married for over 10 years. He did sign a prenup. He is contesting the prenup, saying that he pretty much was pressured to sign it because he signed it on the wedding day. Long story short, Lisa Ray baby, he wants child support. He wants primary custody of the kids. He is, like I said, contesting the prenup. He also feels that when it comes to their dynamic, that he left a lot on the table when it comes to their business, and he pretty much wants what's owed to him. So my question for you is this: how do you feel about all that when it comes to black women out earning their husbands?
Well, somebody got to do it. I feel that even if the man is not bringing it, then there's nothing wrong with the woman bringing it because it's going into the same household. And if you are having a union as one, then it's one household. So that means what yours is mine, what's mine is yours. However, we can divide this up in so many different ways because if you want to go the Bible route, the
Mm-hmm.
way that the Bible belt is structured is the man is the provider. The woman is the one that takes care of the children and the household and the husband. But we've gotten so far away from that till women are making their own money and women are the breadwinners. I will say this. I've had a lot of experience in a lot of things, and I too signed a prenup when I was married. And I too signed it at the very last minute. And it was just something that we had both forgotten about. I can't really
When,
speak for
when,
him,
when
but
when did he give it to you?
we came to LA to go over it. So I knew it wasn't something that was like, oh yeah, it wasn't that. It was written down in the contract and everything. We just forgot to sign before the week of the wedding. It wasn't something that was on our mind until the very last minute. And then it was like, oh, you know what I mean? So I can see how Todd is saying the day of his wedding, he was pressured because if he didn't go over it the week before, the month before, then yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that he forgot about all that was in there and all that he put in there and all that he may wanted to contest and things may have changed before they had written everything down. You need to go over it again in front of your attorneys, in front of a witness. So I can see how he could have that as one of the things that he wants to contest and say, well, wait, hold on a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but women making more money, if that's what you're comfortable with, and the mate that you choose makes less money than you, if you're comfortable with that, go with it. Go with it. No one can tell you anything different. If your values is something different, then go with different. But I can't really say that one standard is supposed to go to everything and everybody.
Well, I found it to be interesting because listen, I have a lot of girlfriends, and listen, like you said, we can go biblical, and I do see both sides, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
I think this. We know that when it comes to black women are the largest entrepreneurship group in the world, right? They're the fastest rising entrepreneurs. So the reality is black women are out earning their men. With that comes this though, and this is how I truly do feel. I think it sounds good to say, okay, I make more money than my man. I think it sounds good to say I don't have a problem with it. I think when it becomes years into the relationship, years into the marriage, certain things start to percolate. And I just don't think it's natural for a woman to be okay with taking care of a man for the rest of their relationship. I think ultimately is going to be a problem because she is going to resent him for always having to pay for shit, and he's going to resent her for feeling like she's emasculating him.
Now let's listen to this. Think about Mariah Carey, the J
Mm-hmm.
Lo's of the world, the women that are making great money. Look at the choices that both of those ladies have made. Mariah dated a billionaire, and I think allegedly it sued him for wasting her time. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Then you got, I'm all for it, and then you got J Lo that's like, hey, I'm singing, I'm dancing, I'm in TV, I'm doing everything. Who else am I going to date? She will date the backup dancer. Then you got the Beyonce in the world that's like the hustle got to match. Because if Jay-Z and her break up, who she gonna date? Who she gonna have? You know what I'm saying? Because the pick of the litter for us, unfortunately, is not that big. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta start just looking at your list and saying, what are the important things to me that's a no-brainer or a deal breaker? And sometimes some women's gonna choose love only because they have the money. Those things are not as important anymore when you've had it. Like, I don't need another diamond ever. I don't need another jewel ever. I want it, but I don't need it. So now that's not important to me. I don't need another bag. I don't need some more glass, well, maybe glasses. But look, things I don't care about any longer. It's because I have already accomplished them. So now other things are more important to me. So you have to look at where that woman is and where she is trying to go. And if she's secured the bag enough to take care of her family, and then there's extra spilling all out because how much money? I mean, really. I mean, I know we all want generational wealth or whatever, you know what I mean? But we still got to make those kids work for that money as well. So we can't just give it all to them. So there has to be some type of limit to what money you're going to make before you say, hey, you know what? It's not about the money. It's about who I'm going to share my life with. That's
Yes, yes, and I do think a lot of women go into the space thinking that. But one thing that Todd did say, since I want to use this as an example, and
mm,
then I'm going to talk about another celebrity couple, Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert, who had a divorce. But sticking with Todd, he did a scene on The Real Housewives of Atlanta where he told Candy to her face while they were still married. He said verbatim, LisaRaye, "I sacrificed a lot to support your dreams. When I
okay.
came into this situation with you, I wasn't good enough. It was like I got speed ball fast enough to make a lot of money so that I can be good enough. Good enough not only to your mama, but to the fucking world. It was a lot of pressure. To me, hearing that, I think that's where resentment starts to come into the situation.
Definitely. I can see that too. I had a little bit of that when I became the first lady of Turks and Caicos Islands. It was like I'm not an island woman. And they normally want to marry their kind. We know how that is. And so I was not that. So how else can I show up? What else can I do? How great can I be? What is my role? And can I do it with the utmost respect and commitment and whatever? How can I become good enough? Not just for the world, but so I can feel good about standing next to you with all that you've accomplished. That's real. That's real. You got people whispering behind you. You start believing it yourself. You start feeling less than what you were before you came into the relationship. So I can understand that. He didn't want people to say that she's taking care of me when he's the man. So he's on the fast track to what can I do? And even if he could not make as much money as she could, how can I help you bring in this money? How can we be partners in this marriage? That's what it's about.
Could you see yourself being with a man
No,
today?
no. What you about to ask? Okay. Watch
Listen,
it.
listen, on some real shit. It is called Chit Chat. So on some real shit. Lisa Ray McCoy, you just said, Carlos, I don't need another diamond. It's not nice to have that, some glasses in the bag, but I want love.
Yeah.
Could you fall in love with a man that you make more money than him?
No.
Why
I told
not?
you no. Look, I told you no 10 seconds ago. No. Because I'm a realist. I'm not Mariah. I'm not J-Lo. I don't make that much money. That money would help secure the bag for generations for me, you know? So if he's not making as much money as I'm making, although I'm blessed, I'm gonna need you to come in and make more money than I'm making because then that means that's an extra person. So I can take care of me and my family. But if you come into it, you got to bring something to the table that's going to be equally yoked so we can rise together. Right now, I'm still working to secure my girls, my daughter, and my grandbaby. I want them to be able to be okay like my parents left me. So I'm still working towards that. So he can't come in and take from that. So no, I need you to see. Sometime with the money comes the exposure and the experience of a different level of lifestyle. And if you don't have it, then you don't know anything about that lifestyle. So therefore, I'm either teaching you or telling you, and I don't want to do either one. You there?
No, listen, listen. I am there. I am there. But this is the reason why I think this. And this is going to be a very controversial statement, but I'm only talking about the reality of what I experienced conversing with my girlfriends, right? Um, None of my girlfriends, okay, want to be with a man that they make more than. They just don't want that. Now, the caveat to that is they are also just not in a relationship, period. Because it is hard to find someone, and that's the reason why a lot of them, LisaRaye, a lot of my black girlfriends are starting to date outside their race because they do feel like, Lisa Ray, okay, she bucked it up. That's
You know
what's
what?
happening.
I was gonna say now let's flip it
Go ahead.
because I was dating a man that had more money than I have, but it was still something missing from him. He still didn't know how to spend his money for us to have a fabulous time. I comes with
Like
the shit.
what?
I come with shits and giggles and laughter and whatever, and I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm dusting, I'm doing all kind of stuff. Like Todd say, I'm cleaning in my panties. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing things that's like, whoa, okay. I'm looking at you because I want you to return the favor. Just because you have the money doesn't mean that you don't return the favor to me so I can feel like, oh, I can't wait to go into the bathroom with you. And then we come back out. I need something more than just that. So a lot of times men that are wealthy kind of feel like they could just go ahead and pay and that's it. And it's like, no, where's your character? Where's your umph? Where's your sass? You got to give me something because it would, for us women, you would say, she's just pretty for no reason. We paying for the pretty? No, you should not have to. You should be paying for the pretty, the intelligent. She knows how to cook. She knows how to run a household. She wants to have kids. She wants to take care of the family. You marrying and wanting all of those things. So we want things too. So it's almost like a double standard, as well that we're carving out to make a new generation feel good about what we're saying now
Mm.
because women are making more money. So again, for me, the only reason why I cannot do that level is because I think you should date on your level.
Should you date on your level financially or on your level spiritually, emotionally? Like, is it which part do you sacrifice the most as a woman? Because the thing is this, there's
Uh,
a lot of single women out there who are beautiful, attractive, smart, have a lot going on, but unfortunately they are still single. And do you think it's because they aren't sacrificing something on their list?
what you mean sacrificing? Why we got to
You
sacrifice?
gotta sacrifice. Listen, no one's perfect because LisaRaye, no one is perfect, right? And
No one is perfect, but the sacrifice, I feel like that means no. And no is a strong word. No means no, like you never will. And that just, I don't know why I can't. Why wouldn't? Why shouldn't I? No is permanent. That's like a turnoff. No one wants that. Let's bring me up to where you need me to be and let me bring you up to where you need me to be, vice versa. Blah blah blah, you know what I'm saying?
mhm.
Because where we fall short, and he may be a little bit more experienced in the spiritual realm, it's like, okay babe, take me to church with you, read the Bible with me, show me, teach me, tell me, and then there's going to be things that I'm going to do, but neither one of us have to sacrifice. That just I don't even like. I took that word out of my bowels when I did the sacrifice, honor and obey. I think I took out. Yeah, obey. That just sounds too old. It was like obey. That sounds like sacrifice. This sounds like no. And just
You're not willing to sacrifice for your man?
I'm willing to do whatever it takes so he don't feel a sacrifice, and neither do I.
Mm.
Because if you are evenly yoked and y'all are committed to doing this thing, neither one of us have to sacrifice. Tell me what it is that you need for me to make you happy. I'm gonna let you know if I'm gonna be able to do it or not. And if it's no, then you have to make the decision to say, "Well, babe, I'm gonna need a little bit of that," or I'm gonna need you to work up to that." And we'll see where it goes because that's what dating is all about. That's what a relationship is all about. Exploring, explaining, adventurous, all the other E words that goes into that category.
Hmm. I do want to ask you this because this op-ed also mentioned Tiana Taylor, who is a Golden Globe winner. She is nominated for an Oscar. She has been out in the scene since
She's
she
been
did
killing it.
killing it,
Oh,
fashion, acting, and since she was on MTV's Super Sweet 16. So one thing that I feel like she did, and I want to get your thoughts on it. We all know that she was married to NBA star Iman Shumpert. What was made public when they split in 2023, she said that she found him to be jealous and insecure about her fame. And that
mm,
despite him making more when they met while he was playing in the NBA, that by the year 2020, her stardom started to increase significantly. And she has alleged that there were moments of irritation over, and this is the part that I was like, baby, that man was going to leave you or cheat on you or do both. Tiana said in court documents that when they were on the red carpet together as a married couple, that the photographers, the paparazzi, would tell Iman, Scoop, we only want a picture with her.
okay, that happens.
Yes, and she said that she felt that she had to intentionally dim her light, LisaRaye, for her
Mm.
husband to try to have a harmonious and peaceful marriage. And things took a turn when he decided in the middle of their marriage that he ultimately wanted a traditional wife.
That's so hard. That's really hard because when I look at her, I get jealous. So let's put that there, okay?
Period.
But it's hard for a man to have the wife and see her at home. And they can kind of take us for granted a little bit because it's your home. And when you get all done up and everybody else in the world is like taking notice too, then you start feeling like, yee, wait a minute. Not only am I knowing what I got, but the whole world is seeing what I have. And people are crazy and don't respect boundaries.
Mhm.
So perhaps things could have crept in his head to say, oh, all this newfound fame, I might lose my wife. She might get the big head. She might get whatever, whatever. Stay back. What's your intentions? What it could have been a bunch of that he felt, which AKA means insecurity, you know?
Mhm.
And so, Tiana, I'm sure knows that you got to split the time. You got to make your man feel secure and make the world see you as well. But if you don't know, he's been in the business way before her. He had women looking at him and she had to deal with that. You know what I mean? And she won. She got the ring on her finger, she got the babies and whatever, and she held it down and was honing her craft until she popped. Now she's popping. You need to look at your wife and do the things enough where you don't feel insecure and you don't feel bad because you know you ain't going nowhere because you know you're doing the right thing. Now, if you start creeping and doing other things, then now you feeling insecure for a reason. So that's the question. Why were you feeling insecure when you were looking at her and she's rising? Why were you not happy for her? What were those feelings? What were you doing? What were you sacrificing? What were you not sacrificing? What were you doing around the corner?
Oh,
So
I can tell you what I can tell you what it was. The thing
oh,
is
oh,
this. Oh, because listen, speaking as a man, yes, I'm a gay man. I'm a man, right? Speaking as a man, every man's identity is in his profession. Every man's identity is really in his profession. That's the reason why when he was in the NBA playing for the Lakers, winning championship, and Tiana was this up and coming singer, we knew who she was, But even she said, when she was in Kanye's video Faded, she said, I thought that was my big break. And then nothing happened. And she
Mhm.
felt like she had a lot of big breaks, but nothing happened. He was fine with it
Mhm.
until he was no longer playing in the NBA. And there is nothing, and this is why I always tell the girls, it's cute to be that hot young girl or hot woman, period, with the athlete, the celebrity, right? But there's a shelf life for rappers, there's a shelf life for athletes, okay? And the moment that the game or the industry decides to retire you, his identity is no longer in that profession and he doesn't know who he is. So when he's seeing his woman all of a sudden start to rise to the occasion, he does get jealous. And that's why Tiana said, I used to pray for this person before I prayed for myself. And then this motherfucker had the nerve to say that I was being competitive and
Yeah, that's
said,
not good.
when you posted my album, you said, I'm next.
Next up, on what do you
Because
mean?
I guess he's a rapper.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of that. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes. It's so the thing is this. I
That's the
tell
competition within the relationship then, right there. It's
It
like,
is because the thing is this. I don't listen. I don't think it works, and I'd love to get your opinion. You've been a celebrity all your life, right? I don't think it works when two successful people, especially celebrities, are together because at one point somebody's light is going to dim, and that's when if a man decides to again be retired because of the industry he's in and his woman is thriving, I can tell you he's going to find power in cheating because when a man cheats, it's not about sex, it's about power. And because he doesn't feel powerful anymore at the workplace and he sees his woman doing it, he's going to find power in other ways.
and that's why you got to wait and get married when you mature. See, when you get older, see, because when you get older, you're already established. You already got your balls. You already got your swag. You already got your position. You know who the hell you are because you done built up your company and you got somebody else running it because you the damn boss and you can be gone while they running it still because you still maintain your position. It's only the ones that's trying to still grovel for money and value and position that is insecure. It's a difference because you can't take the swag away from a CEO that is built to come. Can you imagine Basil feeling like, oh no, I have nothing else to do now, and now you're a beauty pageant winner, and I just don't know how to support you. No, this man has accomplished all of that. That's gonna sit right here. Every time he turn this way, he gonna know. But when you are insecure and you don't know, you no longer have because you're not so sure of what you've done. Then you're gonna feel like what because you scrambling. See, that's why, I was gonna make a little statement. But young guys, I don't know. I'm not a sugar mama. You know what I mean? I'm not a cougar. I'm not even a panther, because but I don't want to explain all of that because baby, if it's time for you to sit down and retire and I'm still going strong like Catherine Zeta Jones and her husband,
Michael
um,
Douglas.
yes, you know what I mean? For a minute, he was that, you know what I mean? And then he slowed down and she came up and now you know what I mean? But both of them was like, because you know why? Because both of them knew about the business. Both of them knew that it was going to come eventually for them to sit down and retire. And both of them is bringing in money. Babe, you brought in this year. I brought in this in the next 5 years. Whatever it is, I am bringing it in to us, the union, the couple, the partnership. Be all right with that. But let me just say this about Iman and Tiana. If she knew what she was doing, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you got to cut your losses to be able to grow. And we see that as soon as that was this, she started flourishing because there was no one on the side of her to say you shouldn't, you couldn't, you can't, you ain't. She is doing. And that is going to make her thrive as being a woman. the best woman that she can be for all of us. She's showing, like her speech said, for all the brown girls out there
Mhm.
watching me, you can. All of this is new to her. All of this is exciting to her. And it's new for us to even watch because it was like, well, wait a minute, you was in that movie 20 minutes. And girl, your ass is everywhere.
Yeah.
She's showing us how it can be done. Because Lord knows every time you see her, she is killing. We're chasing her to find out what she has on. When she did the cover of Sade's song, I ain't never heard nobody sing it the way that she did. She sound great. She's letting us know, hey, I can do all things. She's letting the people know that you can be new and still get because she's
Hmm.
getting it. She's
Yeah.
inspiring to me, you know?
Oh, yes. The thing is this, I want everybody to look at